I ended up on a little random side quest today. I got drug over to my local Second and Charles and did some spontaneous physical media shopping. Grabbed myself a couple DVDs and, a little pile of games. And amongst that pile of stuff, I ended up grabbing this little selection of Assassin's Creed games for the Xbox 360. I nabbed Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Revelations, and finally, Assassin's Creed 3. Now I know what you're thinking. Hey Jagoff, aren't you missing a game in between those? There's another game, right? Yes, I absolutely do. Reason I didn't grab it is because I already own Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. It's very unheard of me to do these days, but, when I was a kid, the first Assassin's Creed game that I played was the third game, was Brotherhood. At the time, ton of friends at the lunch table, were super into the games, and they would tell me everything that happened in the first two games. YouTube was, super big, and gaming channels were, really on the rise. So I would watch people play the games, so to me, I pretty much knew enough to, just jump right on into the brand new title when it released. This is before my autistic ADHD hyper-fixing rage of no, I have to start everything and play everything from the very beginning kicked in. Oh man, it was such a simpler time back then for me. I've got problems. But eventually, of course, I was able to go back and replay some of the games that I had, missed out on. Primarily, the first two games, Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, I was gifted digital copies from Microsoft of both those games, a handful of years back. And I played through them on my Xbox One. I'm very excited to finally own physical copies of all of these titles, and yes, I know I'm missing Black Flag. They didn't have it at my local Second and Charles, or else I would have grabbed it, but, that's an easy game to grab anyway. So, I'm looking forward to the new little, remake, remaster one that's coming out, yeah? How about you guys? Playing the first two games digitally, while cool and fun, it just never really cut it for me. I've always been a physical media kind of guy. So I'm super stoked, especially to have these first two games in my collection, finally, as well as every other piece of physical media that I own. Because those digital copies, they can be taken away from you at any time.